Hey everyone, before we get into the intro for this video, which will explain the rules and exactly what we're doing here, I do want to make a quick disclaimer and update you guys on this Buuhan saga here, so you understand why I'm making this video. So started off with my stream here, chilling with Final Fantasy XIV before Buuhan summons. I do not recommend summoning. I still do not recommend summoning. We are right before anniversary. It doesn't matter how good or bad he is, it was foolish. Now it took me 1k stones to finally get Buuhan. Once I did, I immediately made this video for him. I spent 1k stones for this loser to lose this challenge. It didn't go very well. I was having a lot of trouble with his team dying, and then even at one point, even him dying in his domain transformed across this video, and Buuhan's team is so fraudulent I didn't draw a thumbnail. Now I've just been straight up really unlucky with this guy, honestly. It was making me mad. What was making me mad was more so people in the comments going, "This is so, you are such a fool. Buuhan's actually super good and there are zero flaws with his team, skill issue, whatever," which was down to really bad luck and honestly pretty bad units, a part of the power absorption part of his team. And then I made this video, Dokkan community is wrong, Buuhan is not him running your teams, where I was running literally what you guys are saying and people still had problems with that. To be fair, this video was a little disingenuous. I was honestly wasn't playing my best on purpose, not in a way of, oh, I want to lose to prove something, more like people were saying things and I was really going out of my way to go, okay, you say this, let's do it, and when we lose we could say what we want about Buuhan, which wasn't entirely fair because a lot of the times there were smarter decisions I would make, but I would instead do what was necessary, really just to like be like, all right, you're the one that said this character is a slot 1 character, look, they died in slot 1, you know, which when the case, there were cases where I could have not done that and probably lived, or probably not. I guess we won't know, but at the end of the day, a lot of the game is RNG. But there were some more comments, some more people being like, all right, come on, can we actually try on this next one? So I said, fine. I built my own teams. We're running this again. The last time, no matter what, this is the last you're gonna hear about Buuhan for running his team. Now let's jump into the challenge rules, which will explain a little bit more as to why there were all these problems, because I don't even think Buuhan is that bad, if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. And then we'll move into the challenge. Thank you guys so much. Let us continue. Hey everyone, so it's getting kind of late and I realized I forgot to record an intro for this part. So all I have to say is that it's the normal type of challenge. We're going through the 5 most difficult unique stages in a row with only 1 continue. We are running Buuhan as our leader. We have to run him as our leader for both. All characters must be under his leader skill and it's no items. Pretty simple. Let's get into the actual stage. My bad, chat. Here we are, everyone, with the Buuhan team going up in this challenge. And of course, we're going for Dragon Ball Super Gogeta, through Evil Ken, Kid Buu, Bulma, and then Super Gogeta, the tech one. Now, the last couple challenges, we passed Gogeta, and then we lost against Evil Ken. The second one, we only lost against Gogeta. Third one, I was taking a lot of your options up against Janemba and Tech Gogeta, where we had many losses. But now I kind of decided, hey, all right, we got this all out of the way. Let's try to just win 100% here. Not that I wasn't trying to win before, but I was going for a more specific strategy. I was focusing a lot on Buuhan himself, which I think is fair. I think it's fair to focus on the new unit that just came out. But for the sake of this challenge, we are not going to be worrying about Buuhan very much. I do not have full rotations that are power absorption. We're not just, you know, oh, Buuhan is our Lord and Savior. We must wank this guy out beyond what we should, right? We're not doing that this time around, okay? We're gonna worry, you know, Buuhan is just an accessory. You know, he's got support, that's pretty much all they're gonna be doing. Will that make me rank him lower because like he's kind of being a little bit of a useless bum overall? Yeah, of course, but you know, the main goal is to win at the end of the day, right? So that's what we're gonna do. If we just have to put better units on the team and go, you know, honestly anti-synergy with his kit, then that's what we'll do. Speaking of his kit, let's go over that just like super duper quick here. We'll have this fight going on in the background, but let's be 100% honest with ourselves. We're not too worried about the early stages of a Blue Gogeta fight. All right, let's be for real. So he leads power absorption, transformation boost. Power absorption is not a very good category. Like I do not care what anyone says. Power absorption does not have good characters on it. There are some good characters, but it's not. You could run a full team off it. Transformation boost, complete opposite. Fantastic characters. Some of the best characters on transformation boost. Fantastic category. That is really what saved this guy. Big disappointment though that I don't see a lot of people mention. He doesn't have a third leader skill. He is one of the very few characters to release nowadays without a third leader skill. I really don't know why they did that, because it could end up being really, really useful for him. But unfortunately, he does not. 30% to artificial life forms of uncontrollable power is kind of crazy. Many of his characters are going to be under the actual 200%, which is very nice. He just does 50% raises to both stats on super. So the big thing is that he obviously has stats and guard, stats when attacking, stats at the start of turn for the first 5-6 turns, as well as a 50% chance to crit. This is honestly feels pretty bad on him, because this part is much better. It's a 50% chance to dodge and launch this additional attack that has a 70% chance to be a super from the 7th turn. Now this is honestly what you want from this guy. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like these extra stats that he has here are not worth not having this, if that makes sense. You know, we go up against Gogeta, we go up against really any hard fight, even some of these fights later on, if we still haven't hit the 7th turn and we're getting harder stuff, Buuhan gets blasted, even slot 2, slot 3, you know, pre-super, because he has no additionals built in, no dodge built in, just this baloney. What's the real egregious thing is the high chance to crit when he's hitting very low attack stats, because he doesn't get any attack until post domain. So he feels pretty bad. 7 turns, he, you know, 7th and later, he feels really good, actually. Big thing here is he does give attack and chance of crit plus 50%, as well as giving extreme class allies 2 key 50% when there's a power absorption and transformation boost category ally in the same turn. Hey, guess what? If you're running his team, you will only have that. That means the support is up always, which honestly, that part does make him really good. Like, I'm not even going to pretend that part, you know, the support is really nice. 50% to stats, 2 key, and then he himself gets a 50% attack as well as a chance to crit. Like, we're not going to kid ourselves here. That is good. All right, that is most definitely good. More HP remaining in the character's season attack the first time in a turn, the greater the additional defense boost received within the turn, up to 150%. So higher HP he is when he gets hit, the higher defense he has. This does not mean you can run him in slot 1. It's just kind of a little extra. But, you know, hard fights, you'll get whittled down, unfortunately. No character has taken most supers for double digits anymore, right? Even the really good ones. Your Tech Broly that you're running on here, he still ain't taking Gogeta super for double digits necessarily, right? Like, he'll take some damage. Especially depending on where it is or where you need to put him, or, you know, like, there's not a lot of characters that are just coming out unscathed, right? So that can kind of screw you up, because you cannot run this guy slot 1. So the big problem I was coming with this guy was he needs a full power absorption rotation to be able to use his domain, unless you want to wait until the 6th turn. Now the problem is this guy is pretty booty cheeks, because he deals no damage, has no defense. But the domain himself, he's got, you know, good defense, great damage, and then post domain gives this good damage to him. So you really want to get this as early as possible. Only problem is you don't want to run full power absorption, because you're going to run into a lot of problems. And then even when you try to put a little bit of transformation boost, then you can end up creating a lot more problems for those power absorption characters. So really, you kind of just need to decide, go all in on one way. If you go all in on power absorption, honestly, you have to get lucky, and you're not going to be able to beat every type of stage. Or you kind of have to go all in on mostly transformation boost, in which case you're not necessarily going to be able to use his domain every single time. It's really unfortunate, but it's a little bit of anti-synergy with his stuff. We really need some better power absorption characters. If we get a really good power absorption character to throw on his team, you know, 1 or 2, it would be really good. The point that his banner unit isn't power absorption just hurts this guy a lot. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see a lot of people talking about that. He boosts though power, it basically his leader skill 15% attack and defense, as well if they're in Majin Buu Saga, which if you're running his power absorption, all of them are going to be on this. Like, it's pretty crazy. 3% to stats is not nothing. It makes quite a big deal. And then of course, like I said, when he transforms, stacks attack 100%. He's going to super, like, more than likely minimum 3 times to a max of 5 times. It's kind of insane. But he gets stats, additional 100% when attacking, 7% damage reduction. You know, feels really nice, can feel really nice. AGL key series to tech key series is a useless. It feels so. This is horrible orb changing. It's like, it's so bad. That does nothing for you. But the big thing is he gets an additional defense plus 40% receiving attack and chance to perform a crit hit plus 5% per case obtained. I don't really care about the crit hit. This defense does stack per orb, so you need to get as many orbs as possible. If you're getting like over 6, he's usually good to put slot 1. If you're getting 6 and under, I'd say if you're going up against a big boss, he's going to take a lot of damage. Additional super with 3 or more key series attained, and another one with 6. As well as an additional if you're going up against Fuse Fighter's enemy. I mean, if you're going up against Fuse Fighter enemy with 6 or more key spheres, he's at minimum 4 super attacks, 5 super attacks if you get the hidden potential system additional. 30% HP at the end of turn. So being able to get insane stacks, and then you go back to this guy where obviously his stacks carry over. Hey, believe it or not, he is pretty damn strong. He can actually do something. In fact, I've had a glitch happen where he does actually more super attacks than he is supposed to. I've had a run where he, in base form, post, his domain is no longer up, do 4 super attacks, which he's not supposed to be able to do because he has his base one, this one here, this one here, as well as hidden potential, but he did a 4th one. I'm not sure how it happened. I was going up into a Fuse Fighter enemy, so my best guess is that it carried over from his domain form, and, Dokkan just isn't built very well, but I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, now that we got to look at his kit, let's go back over to the actual challenge, and you will find that we are up against the STR phase here, when the fight honestly actually starts getting pretty interesting. Now, we were able to transform into this guy's domain, which is fantastic. We can get 7 key spheres for him, so I'm going to throw him slot 1. We'll let Buuhan keep tanking, and we're obviously going to transform physical Gogeta. So let us just go ahead and do that and watch that. Why not? Physical Gogeta is great for this fight, and honestly for quite a few fights, so we'll be running him quite a few times here. Now, I'm a huge fan of Blue Gogeta. Now, part of the reason why is I do these challenge videos, right? Like, my basis for ranking units, for talking about units, my opinions on units are 100% based on how they do in my challenge videos, how they do for my challenges, because this is the only way I play the game. Like, in my free time, I will do the missions, I will do my dailies, I will do link leveling, but if I'm playing events and I'm playing stages, I am doing it in this format. So I do not care how good Lord Slug is in the fucking Dismal Future Red Zone, or how good he is in the Frieza fight. I care if he's good in this challenge, which he is, honestly. Lord Slug is good in this challenge. So that's kind of the thing that I care about. So you got to understand that too when I'm talking about whether I like a unit or not. It's how good are they in this challenge? How many times can I run them on these teams? Here's the thing about Gogeta. He's good on almost all of these. He's not good against Evo Ken because he can't dodge. I will not run him against Evo Ken, obviously. Dodging is disabled for the phase where it matters. I will not run him against Gogeta because it's too hard too fast. I'll never be able to make use of his taunt or his blue form, right? It just won't happen. But he's good against Bulma. He's good against the Gogeta fight. He's honestly usable against Kid Buu. When I have a chance to run you and I'm running you in 2 to 3 of the 5 stages I do, I rate you very highly. I love you, Blue Gogeta. When it comes to my challenges, you're in my top 10. No jokes, no yokes, no coconuts. When I look at, it really all depends on what you're doing in the game when you rank units. My list and Truth's list are going to be very different because we do 2 different types. Not that different though, because like he's looking at like whatever the 3 or 4 most hardest stages. How do they do against the Goku and Frieza fight and Bulma? Those are the only ones that matter, right? That's how he looks at it. I maybe have a little bit more broad and I have more restrictions, because it's like he can like, I don't know, Y unit, because yeah, they're pretty good, but then but if they die a couple times, I don't like that because I'm looking for consistency. I only get 1 retry. I don't want characters that are good but can die. That's not what I want. So I don't know. Very different, very different, very different, very different. Now, I didn't watch this, which is a shame because I actually love this one. But oh well. We got some freaking video to do, man. Yeah, Boo is kind of just floating around. He's fine. The domain is over, but I think we're gonna be able to open up the other domain on the next turn. Yeah, we will be able to. So this is fine. I'm not too worried about it. Still probably gonna wait on transferring Buuhan, depending on. Yeah, this is double digits. Good try, buddy. It was a good attempt. Kind of depends on how orbs are laid out, of course. If they're not quite double digits, but pretty damn close. I'm not gonna slander Tech Broly. Tech Broly out of the worldwide celebration, no joke. Not only do I think to come from the worldwide celebration, the best unit and my favorite unit, I would say, is Tech Broly. Even though Super Saiyan Gohan is pretty good, him getting one shot at a base, if you get unlucky, doesn't feel good. That'll never happen to Tech Broly. That's really kind of my thing here. Is hey, who gets one shotted more? Oh, Super Saiyan Gohan does. Okay, well, hey, I like Tech Broly more, but it helps as well that Tech Broly just has like fantastic animations, great actives, great voice lines, voice skill. Dude, I don't think some people might disagree with me about how I feel about Buuhan, and honestly, maybe I've just been getting unlucky, and maybe I'll ask me 2 weeks from now, maybe I'll really like him. Who knows? But I feel like this is the coldest take in the world when I said Tech Broly is awesome. Woo, we love Tech Broly. I mean, Tech Broly is single-handedly carrying on his big, muscular, meaty back the extreme class in Dokkan. Like, we got some helpers around here that are helping the extreme class, like Janemba. He's helping the extreme class agenda. Imp Broly, they're helping it, but they are not carrying it quite like my goat is. All right, so like in this case, orbs are horrible, so we're still gonna activate the domain. But we are going to actually, I'm not going to activate the domain right away. Let's transform Buuhan and watch it. And yeah. One thing I really love is how much different Buuhan with his shirt off, how different he looks from actual Super Boo. Like, they do look very different. Like, this is Super Boo. Like, you know what I mean? But Buuhan with his shirt ripped off is Buuhan with his shirt ripped off. They're not the same. They do not look the same. So unfortunately, I guess I'll grab the 4 here. Then we could give you all these. I'm not gonna float off the domain character for sure. Like, unfortunately, he is just the amount of turns where floating him off does nothing. If he was transformed for 4 turns, then you could float him off and still get the same amount you do by keeping him on rotation, which I would really prefer. But the reason they don't do that is because they don't want the domain lasting for 4 turns, which is fair enough. It is a very strong domain on the right teams. All right, looks like we're gonna get no super attack from the domain character. Unfortunately, Buuhan is the GOAT. That's kind of no surprise. Physical Buuhan, I should say. One of my favorites too. I love Buuhan. You'll never see me not love Buuhan. All right, so we have here. All right, we will use this. Now the reason why, hey, Tech Broly could tank that, Janemba could do whatever. We guarantee we don't get hit by the super attack effect using the Gogeta active, which is why we're going to use it right here. And then I don't want to use Janemba's because we got no AoEs. I feel no reason to use it. We're not defending against anything here. So let's activate this. And what else is really nice here as well is next turn we have Fat Boo coming in, so we can just throw him slot 1 to get his revive. Like, we don't even need to worry about trying to do that turn. I made a mistake, by the way. I'm not going to come back and do it, but I should have put Tech Rolly in slot 2. Just because he's going to probably do more damage than Janemba, and he gets an additional super in slot 2. And he only gets stuff if he actually gets hit while he's in slot 1. So a little bit of a actual misplay on my part, but not a big enough that I feel like I need to reset the app for it. But obviously, in case you know, Physical Gogeta is really good. His taunt, guaranteed dodge, draws everything other than AoEs towards him. That is exceptionally good, even against characters that can tank it. You know, even if you could tank the STR Gogeta super, you're getting hit with this. You're getting sealed. You know, which is honestly the really tough part. Ooh, physical number did nothing. You got to lock in there, buddy. Another big advantage to him as well, especially if you just float him off. He's got enough attacks. Every attack he's going to do here is going to be a crit, and he's going to do a lot of them. So guaranteed crits. If he supered the turn previous, then he can honestly do quite a lot of damage on the active still. Yeah, Physical Gogeta, he's the GOAT. What can I say? Honestly, he does carry this stage, ironically, against himself. Since it is literally this blue Gogeta. But he makes this fight like silly putty, probably more than any other character. Like I said, mainly because he can dodge the very annoying super attack, which also... Oh, okay, here it is. I was about to say, which also I don't know if we're going to have one this turn, but there it is right at the end. Very annoying, very cheeky blue Gogeta. Okay. We got some AoEs on this one. Oh, you know what? Who even cares about reviving? Because we can just do this. All right, we're going to put him slot 1. He's got 8. He could probably tank it, but obviously we want him to super. That's kind of the main point. I don't really feel like watching this, even though it has good music. We've watched like 700 of these, so let's just get on with it. We already know we won, right? Boom, boom. He has no attacks. The only reason I'm still playing this is I kind of just want to see how much damage Boo's gonna be doing here. I almost don't want to do the Dokkan mode, but we'll do it anyways because even bigger numbers are funnier. All right, let's see here. So we should be able to see it right in the bottom left. Are we able to see it before? Oh no. Oh, no, he's doing the Dokkan attack. I was like, what is going on? No, we aren't able to see it before. So who knows what it is, or was it going to be 12 million? Yeah, it looks like it was 12 million. All right, so 12 million to 14 million. He's got a lot of attacks. He's got 4 minimum coming, and then he could have another additional. So yeah, so that was the 3 orb one. This is the 6 orb one, and then he's getting the fused fighter one, and then he has the. So I would say honestly for this character, if I were to build, if I had him rainbowed, I would be building him definitely full dodge. This is one of the most full dodge characters I've used in a little bit here. Full dodge, secondary additional is what I'd go on this guy, and I would say I would be pretty solid with that. That would be what I would do. All right, let's move on to Evo Ken. All right, we're against Evo Ken. Now, I actually had someone the other day ask me, why do you call this fight Evo Ken and not Evo Vegeta? Because, like, that's the last one you fight in there. And that is a good question, I guess. Pretty much the reason why I call him Evo Ken is because there are plenty of fights that have Evo Vegeta, but there's not really any that have Evo Ken. As far as I know, and as far as difficult fights go, this is the only one that has Evo Ken in it. So that's why I called it Evo Ken. All right, so we'll be able to get 7, which should be fine. And we'll keep Buuhan on rotation here. So we'll give him 7. We'll give Buuhan this over here. So we grab 4 for... Yeah, 4 still for Mr. Buu there in the back. He should be fine with 4 with the domain up and everything. And this guy, he's got 7 orbs, so he's fine for any supers that come at him. Now, one thing to remember with him as well is the defense value he has is the defense value he has. As in, post-super, he's not getting anything extra. So he's got 3 minimum, 4 maximum this turn. Let's see what he could do. We were also pretty lucky with the rotations this time around, so I'm definitely a big fan of that. Got 2, this is 3, this is guaranteed, and then we get the hidden potentials 1. Now I actually forgot to look. This is the friend or mine. See here, it was mine. Yeah, I don't even think he has any additional on him yet. Mine is 55%. All right, so this is how much, like I said, this is how much you would have taken before or pre-super, or post-super, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, double digits. See, if you get the orbs, he's very good. That is one reason why it is good to run Mr. Goat. I do like Mr. Buu, and he is probably the only one in my video that I did, my community video, where I would say I was probably the most disingenuous with him. Well, someone said that he's a slot 1 unit, and really what they meant was like slot 1 unit in Gogeta, which I would still argue that's not true. But I did run like the the tech Gogeta fight, and I was running slot 1 because he was a slot 1, so I was running slot 1. I would say he was the one I was being the most unfair to. I would say the rest of the video is honestly pretty harmless, and some people were taking it a little too hard for some reason, but the Mr. Boo stuff, I will acknowledge that one was that was a little unfair towards Mr. Goat. But I still think that, I mean, at the end of the day, I still think there's problems with the team and problems with his design mostly. It feels weird. He doesn't feel good to run Mr. Buuhan. Not Mr. Boo, Buuhan. He feels kind of annoying to run, I'm gonna be honest, which is probably the worst case for him. Like, here's the thing, and this is a big deal to me. If I'm not running his leader, like if I'm not doing it specifically to run Buuhan, I don't know many cases where I'm running him on other teams or where I feel like I want to run him. That's probably his biggest problem to me, is I'm never gonna be like, I should run Buuhan's team, because his team just feels like a weaker version of every aspect of his team. Like, I feel like, you know, I'd have a better shot beating any of these stages running Int Boo's team, right? So that's where I'm kind of like, ooh, that's not great. And I feel like a lot of people would agree with that. You know, we're running Broly on here. I feel like anyone who has Broly to run on this team would rather just run Broly, like, easily. And you know, so that's kind of where I am with it. We got one more turn of this domain. Let's float Broly off, and let's match him up with Janemba. I think that would be the best, because we're fine here, because we're about to get 9. And we obviously want kind of best thing we have here. He's also giving Broly's also giving support on this turn too. So this should be a really good turn for him. He was already double digits last time with less orbs, so this is double digits again. Yeah, even more double digits than last time, right? 10. Yeah. He could have been single digits if he really wanted to. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, last time I did Dokkan, the problem I came from, I ran a very similar team to this. The problem that came up was just honestly getting really unlucky. Having no slot 1s when I started, having characters get blasted by supers who weren't in slot 1, or even when they were in slot 1, they just, it was like oh, let's hope we get lucky throwing this guy in slot 1 type situation, because they weren't able to open up domains and stuff like that. So it is what it is. It was what it was. I'm not gonna get too annoyed about it. You get unlucky, but like, I never would have made those other videos if people weren't complaining so much. If I was like, there's an injustice in the world and it needs to be corrected. But he's doing good this time. I mean, I would say this is probably going to end in our win quite easily. Very surprised by the lack of damage we're doing overall. To be fair, we only just got Broly on here and he's not really doing anything. We have Int Boo, who does negative damage for most of the fight. We do have a Buuhan who's not really doing anything. We do have, Boo Tanks who hasn't transformed yet, so he's not really doing anything. Mr. Boo, who also does no damage. It's not super surprising is what I'm getting at here. I'm probably gonna float off Buuhan here. Yeah, I think that's my smartest move, to be honest. All right, let's grab these. I guess it doesn't super matter. Like, he'll be fine slot 2 right there, or at least he should be. Pretty much the same number of attacks. We'll grab this. The rainbow orbs are so annoying, like, to get in this game. It's like, why not give him the 5? Like, he's already at max key. I really wish they would fix this key mechanic here, because, like, you get 5 orbs on Mr. Boo. You want to start throwing around Mr. Goat. Now we're talking Mr. Goat. He starts doing stuff like that. Now we're talking Mr. Goat for sure. Now we're talking Mr. Goat. Oh man. I swear to God, the way his thing looks, like, my phone lags every single time. Also, I've been having so many annoying things with my Elgato cord. Luckily, I've been able to keep my phone very still, so we haven't had any problems. But even just setting up for this video was so annoying. Oh yeah, okay. We're at the are we already at turn 7? There's no way. That was just a lucky additional, right? Yeah, that was just a lucky additional. I'm like, there's no way we're at turn 7 yet. Jesus, though, we are at turn 5. This is taking forever. Okay. Time to throw Buuhan slot 1. Yeah, that's kind of what we're gonna have to do here. I could always put Imp Boo slot 1 and just have him die. It is around that time. That might have been the better move, but then we still would have been stuck on this goddamn phase. But that was probably the better move. I probably should have done that. Was just thrown Imp Boo in the front. Please dodge. Ooh, yikes. Okay. Let's see how much damage he takes here. Now he is very good, but he's not boosted by the domain or anything. 506k does hurt. All right, I do need to dodge quite a bit. He does survive KO attacks. Wow, he just had to go Ultra Instinct there. Okay. I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. I am not complaining whatsoever. No, not complaining. Oh, brother. Okay, let me double check here that he doesn't like. I mean, what is his dodge chance? Let's see here. Just want to double check for Buuhan. 50%. Yeah, looks like it's just 50%. Yeah. Okay, all right. That's really good. You decided to lock in there, so I'm not going to complain. All right, let's transform Broly. Boom, easy. Now, here's the thing about Mr. Boo, and I mean, I want to talk about arguing a character that could go slot 1. With the damage reduction and like natural guard that Mr. Boo gets here, he definitely could go slot 1 if he really needed to. I mean, like 3 orbs is fine. He could get supered and he'd be fine with those orbs. The natural guard that he has is just incredible. All right, this is fine. Obviously, Vegeta, you can't dodge Vegeta, so since you can't dodge Vegeta, Tech Broly is just 100% the better option against him here. Just 100% better than throwing Janemba up there, because he's gonna have higher damage reduction. He's gonna have higher base defense. Really, I would say after the damage reduction falls off for Tech Broly, Physical Janemba is the better slot 1, assuming you could dodge. If not, put Broly up there. He's the goat. Brody the goat. And like I said, Mr. Boo is gonna be fine. Next rotation, we got Buuhan and Buuhan and Buuhan, I'm pretty sure. So we'll be actually at the domain, and bro, I could get 3 or okay. He took a little bit of damage there. He took a little bit of damage, a lot more than I thought he'd take. I'm gonna be 100% with you. I do not think any of us expected Mr. Goat to be taking that much damage. No. Okay, it's okay though. It's okay though. Now Buuhan, he's very nice and everything, but boom, we do get 7 out of 7 links here with this. 6 orbs. I'm not even a little worried. I'm gonna be honest with you. 7% damage reduction with natural guard with 6 orbs. He's fine. Hopefully we kill this turn. It's not really the biggest deal if we don't, because Tech Broly will just be better next turn, because we'll have his active where he kills his dad, which, you know, that feels good. Plus the domain active now. The only thing is transformation boost. This Vegeta isn't on transformation boost as far as my knowledge goes, but let's double check that. We're looking over the tape, and we have it. Int Evo Vegeta is not on transformation boost, which means this Vegeta here is not on transformation boost. So he is not being buffed by the man at all, which I probably could have figured out if I just waited long enough to look at his buffs. Yeah, no, he's not. So basically the point is Tech Broly is going to be a lot stronger next turn, not only just because of the domain, but because of his transformation. Now this is where Buuhan can start to do some stuff. So now he has that, plus this chance to super, plus hidden potential system chance to super. And also plus a 4th mysterious super that decides to come out for what I can tell to be no reason. 17 million for Buuhan. Ooh, he is the GOAT, dude. Like, you want to talk about, like, it, like, is the physical Buuhan just better than the tech one? Honestly, overall, with the, you know, assuming you're running the same team, assuming, you know, he's under the domain and everything like that, like, he might just be better than the tech one. Like, that, I'm not even, like, 100% joking with you, because at least you know, he's got some dodge chance in his base form and stuff like that, you know? And like when you transform him, oh my god, dude. The guard, the hot, you know, the 50% chance to dodge right away. You know, he attack breaks and all that, dude. He might just be better than the tech one. I cannot tell a lie. I cannot tell a lie. Higher stats and everything too. I don't know. All right. Well, Leproli kills dad off screen, and I don't even care. This guy has no super attack effects or anything. Like, we're not going to pretend like we're worried about anything that's happening here. Because I'm not. We'll do this just because. I'm not worried, but I'm going to do it anyways, okay? But trust me when I tell you I didn't have to. I mean, I really didn't have to, but it just makes it easier. Well, there you go. That's an Evo can clear. Hey. All of a sudden, you know, we got 2 clears here. No retries done. All of a sudden, things are looking a lot better. I can't lie. I can't deny. When I decided to just focus on Broly and Janemba instead of Buuhan, the team just works better. All right. One thing I will say is that I don't understand is how these fights are taking so long. Like, if I had to, in my mind, had to guess how long these fights would take, I would not guess that they would take this long. I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. I want Janemba to start stacking up right away, so I'm not gonna be too worried about it. I mean, these are all just gonna be normals, so you know, he's fine. He's gonna stack and everything, so it's okay, believe it or not. Now, Kid Buu, he does get buffed by the domain, and he gets buffed a lot. But I still think it's probably worth it to still activate the domain. You know, even though he's gonna get 30% attack and defense, right? Because he is no wait, but he's transformation boost. Kid Buu is on transformation boost, right? Yeah, he has to be. There's no way. Let's just double check that though. Let's just double check that, but there's no way he's not on transformation boost. Where are you, little guy? Physical Buu. I mean, he's probably close to the bottom here. Physical Buu is indeed on transformation boost. He's not on power absorption. That's why I had to question it there. But yeah, so he's gonna get a pretty big buff here. I'm literally running him on the team. How could I not figure? Oh my god. Maybe what they said about me was right. Maybe I'm a fraud and I don't know things. But I just had to double check before I say something stupid on the internet, man. Is that not too much? Is it not? Can I not be safe? Yeah, it would be a perfect time to float off Physical Buu there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh no, I can't even open up the domain anyways because this guy isn't on power absorption. He's on freaking not power absorption. All right. Well, we'll leave him on here. Well, here's the problem. He will just die. He will die so hard it's not even funny. So, and I don't want to flop it. So, yeah, yet again, I'm put in a situation where I wouldn't be able to open up the domain anyways because I can't float off Kid Buu there, and I can't make it so that I have a full rotation of power absorption. Wouldn't have been able to at any point. Probably wouldn't be able to as soon as, you know, turn 5, 6 when I'd already just be able to open up anyway. So it doesn't really matter. And then we'll see by that point, is it even worth doing it? Because Kid Buu would be pretty strong at that point. We'll see what happens with this one. This one might be a little risky. I mean, like, Tech Broly, he's going to be fine. I don't know. Physical Janemba will be able to do some good damage as well. Especially once we can use his... do I want it? No, I definitely want to use his active skill because he deals so much damage in his active skill. It's worth using his giant form. You know, it could be a little risky because that's just so many attacks coming at him, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. And by him, I mean at Buu. 285k is fine. That's really not even a worry at all. Okay, perfect. I was we heal that all in like 2 seconds. I see no reason to stall. Let's transform Broly. Zero reason to stall in this fight. We'll do that. Put Janemba on the side to start being a goat. We'll keep him in the back. You know, if he's the only character who could possibly die in this rotation, so let's put it that. Zero boost for Buu, so this super probably at most stages is going to do nothing to him, but it's going to extra do nothing. 16k. Even 16k? That's honestly a little crazy. What the heck? That's no boosts up against it. Like, this guy has gotten hit with nothing yet. 16k. I understand most of the stuff comes in damage reduction, but he still has a good amount of defense too. I mean, I know he gets his huge defensive boost after killing his dad, but like, you know, that's still surprising to see. I'm not gonna pretend that's surprising. Yeah, that one he's only hitting a 1.7 mil with a 30% attack raise, which you know, still probably around the 2 million mark, but you know, still that's, you know, that's kind of surprising a little bit. Still a little bit surprising for him to not just straight up take double digits. So this guy, he can only super once per turn. He has a cooldown of 5, which means even if he supers near the end of the turn, he could usually super still pretty early in the next one. But I'm not too worried about this fight. We did quite a lot of damage here on this turn. And now we're gonna be going up against what is honestly a pretty juiced rotation here, because we're gonna have Tech Buuhan. I'm gonna transform into physical Buuhan, and then we'll also have a physical Buu as well, which he could be a little risky here just because, well, you know, he sucks, but you know, we'll just have to deal. Now, honestly, the biggest risk here is this guy. He is honestly the biggest risk because he has type disadvantage. No, wait, he has guard. What am I saying? Well, okay, he is still a big risk, but it's not because of the guard. It's still because of the type disadvantage, but the type disadvantage on his supers is really more what it is. He has a 50% chance to crit, but he's gonna have low super attacks, just like numbers, as well as having type disadvantage if they aren't crits. He's basically going to be tickling this guy and just making him stronger. That's where the liability comes from this guy. But to his advantage, he is also supporting these physical characters who get deal a decent amount of damage as well. Big problem, I guess, with something Tech Broly's really good at with this fight is he doesn't really do a lot of additionals. He just has big numbers. Buuhan, he does a lot of additionals to do his damage, so he does help power this guy up quite a bit. Go. All right, Tech Buuhan, still under 13 mil. If he crits, that's actually pretty good. He's got no chance to do an additional though, so that's kind of the problem. There we go, nice crit. There we go. I shouldn't say no chance. It depends on the build. This is hidden potential system. I kind of meant like in his kit. His kit's chance is non-existent. All right. So there's a good chance that we nullify the super, which I'm gonna kind of hope is what happens, because I'm already scared for this guy to take normals, but if he takes a super, oh, buddy. That's not good. That's not good. Ooh, what the heck? I just figured Kid Buu would be so much stronger already. All right, hey, physical Kid Buu. Maybe I'm not familiar with your game enough. That was good. That was great, even. Good job, Kid Buu. All right, hey, he's got that dog in him. Shouldn't underestimate the goats. He does have quite a few links active there as well, though, too, with Buuhan. So that's very fair. That was good to see. I'm glad that puts a little bit of faith back in this guy. You know, you have him get like one shot by Tech Gogeta, and it makes you not like him very much. But you know, you get the one turn where, oh yeah, well I guess he has damage reduction with natural guard. Yeah, never mind. He would have been 100% fine. If he took more than that, he would have been a fraud. Yeah, forget what I said. Kind of recontextualize what was going on there. He's not that cool, all right? He's not that cool. But I should stop underestimating him. All right, Janemba. Hitting them big supers. 12 mil. Nice. All right, Janemba. Let's get cooking here. Broly was cooking, too. Took double digits off that super. Pre-super. That's what I was talking about. You know, I mean, I know his active skill killing his dad is a huge boost to him. You know, it is something you see. Ooh, 167k, not great. I will open up the domain. I feel like it's a little risky, but I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Obviously, I'm doing it right now, but I think I'm going to do it. I guess, yeah, I'll grab these, and then there's plenty of tech orbs over here. Oh, yeah, 8, he's good. And then we'll put you in the back here. You're fine. So Buuhan should be fine. I'm thinking maybe if he gets super pre-super, it's a little dangerous, but He is boosted by quite a bit. The 30% attack and defense coming to us means the 30% attack coming to us means so much more than the 30% defense going to the enemy. The 30% attack going to the enemy honestly probably means more. Well, 30% defense is a lot for our characters, and it still might mean more coming to us than to the enemy, to be honest, because 30% defense is kind of crazy when a lot of these characters already have damage reduction and everything. So honestly might mean more for us than for him having the attack. I'm gonna be honest. All right, there we go. Easy Kid Buuhan. Let's run Balma, where honestly he has quite a few good options, but I'm very curious to see how he himself is going to do. He is probably the worst unit for Balma, that new unit that we've had for Balma in a little bit now, because he is going to do nothing to help. All right, here we are up against Balma. Now, luckily, we did get our 2 Rainbow Orb Changers. Neither one of them were in slot 7, which honestly could just completely lose you the run if you get something like that to happen. It is very unfortunate. But plenty of Rainbow Orbs. Now, he actually does have... He doesn't have an immense amount of Rainbow Orb Changers like some other teams do that we have here, but he does get some pretty good options. So we got Rainbow Orb Changers in Gogeta as well as Mr. Boo. Now, Mr. Boo does do, I mean, some of the best Rainbow Orb changing in the game, because he guaranteed changes in orbs to Rainbow and then changes also another type to Rainbow Key Spheres. So he acts as 2 Rainbow Orb Changers. So pretty much we have 3 technically. But he feels nice. He feels good. Obviously, we're running Physical Gogeta, like I said, who's a Rainbow Orb Changer. He's also just really good in this fight with guaranteed additionals off of just 1 Rainbow Orb. Makes it so that he can kind of single-handedly carry you through some of these other things here. Do I want to float off Janemba? Yes, I do want him to be with Broly. I'll float him off. It doesn't really matter a huge amount. Wow, dude, like the way they do these Rainbow Orbs, I swear. Not that it's, I'm gonna be honest, not that it matters in this one. Like, Bulma doesn't do very much damage. she can super, I'm pretty sure, but I mean, it's only like a 400k super. It's not very much. Let's double check the events here. So Bulma phase 1, where she is AGL. Okay, she has 500k on her super. So yeah, all right, whatever. Now, the Bulma fight is obviously just the huge, big, wacky, dacky gimmick fight. That's pretty much all it has been and always will be, is just gimmicks, right? That's undeniably, factually true. So I don't think it really matters that much. I think it's an important fight to do, just because I think it's a good team building exercise for the team on whether we can actually hit the things we need. Like, for example, in this instance, we might not be able to. But is this going to have the Tech Key Sphere move? That's the one thing. Are these Tech Key Spheres above going to be able to move down? I don't think they will. So if I get rid of that Tech Sphere is going to go there, AGL Key Sphere there, that there. Yeah, and probably the rest will. Let's do it quick anyways, because maybe I'm wrong. No, it felt exactly how I thought it was going to. Okay, let me reset this. This is going to be tough, actually. All right, so unfortunately my brain, so I probably should not have floated off Super Gogeta, because he does get, well, he would have changed to Rainbow Orb, so it would have been okay. But kind of big problem we're hitting here is, what do we want to do? So we have to keep Broly in slot 2 or 3, just because he has a guaranteed super in slot 2 or 3. So we have to assume in slot 2 or 3. I'll think about floating him off, and it means we win. Now, let me just double check his stuff here. I mean, chance of evading, additional key 2, launches additional super attack. So he just straight up launches an additional super attack. Okay, but we need to hit 4, so he needs to get a super attack, and Broly needs to get a super attack. That's the only things I need to make sure I'm getting here, is Broly gets a super attack, and Buuhan gets a super attack. So I think I'm going to do this and flip Buuhan off, because I could get him a super attack here, and then he's got a guaranteed additional coming up, and he's got a super attack there as well as an additional super. So that's 4 there, so we are fine. Sorry, I lost my track of thought there. What I was saying was, so we get the guaranteed additional from Broly, which we got here, and then we get the guaranteed additional from Bootanks, which we'll get here, which will give us enough, because, right, one more, a guaranteed additional. Fantastic. So... we're fine on this one. Next up, we have Janemba. He's got a guaranteed additional slot 2 or 3. So we could put him... Is it a guaranteed additional? No, we floated him off. Oh, but we get Gogeta back, who has a guaranteed one. So this will be fine. This will be fine. We got double rainbow orb changing. This is perfect. All right. We're going to transform him, obviously. Need to worried about it. Honestly, probably just going to float him off. I don't see any reason to necessarily keep him on. Oh, no. Let's double check to make sure he doesn't have anything related to what slot he's in. Additional super attack for 1 or more rainbow keys obtained with each attack evaded. Yeah, we all know all this. Okay, no, so he should be fine as long as he gets 1 rainbow orb and gets what he needs. He'll do super, so we can guarantee we'll get that. We need to make sure he's okay. So if he supers. No attack starts him, we don't care. He gets at least 1 rainbow, we're fine. All right, there we go. We're good on this one. The friend doesn't need 2 additional because Gogeta should do 3 supers himself, because he should have 1 guaranteed additional as well as another guaranteed additional, which is rainbow keister. So we're fine. Okay, well, he decided to do it anyway, so we're double fine. We're triple fine. We're quadruple fine. We're good on this rotation. We can just skip this. All right, here we are on the final one here now. I'm not worried about this one at all. So we'll activate this. So there's no point in waiting to activate it. So Janemba, does he get his guaranteed in slot 2 and 3, or is it just a higher chance? Because I remember, I feel like he just has its 1 guaranteed. Check performed, 66 damage reduction. He launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance to be a super as a 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, we'll put him slot 1. So he's got this one. He's got no additional coming up, but now Broly has a guaranteed additional, and then as long as he gets a looking a little risky. So in slot 1, he does have a chant, I'm pretty sure, after he gets hit. Let's see. Within the same term of receiving an attack. So we'll have to, this is gonna have to be a little risky. I think. All right, so we're gonna have to be a little risky here, and we're gonna have to depend on some chances to super, because as far as I could tell, orb wise, there's no way to get a guaranteed, to get a super for Buuhan. So we're gonna have to have Tech Broly do either his additional super from getting attacked, or have Janemba do his, well, I guess they're both gonna have to do an additional super, huh? That's what it is. We just kind of have to depend on luck here. Additional normal, no hidden potential system. Yeah, this is yikes. All right, now we have to depend on Janemba doing a super, and then getting the additional from his passive, and then getting the hidden potential system one. All right, hidden potential system super. Come on. Be the goat. If he gets that, then if he doesn't get this, then we lose. Oh no. Buuhan, do you want to get an additional super? Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, that's 1 loss against Bulma. Dang it, man. Dude, just no key. Orbs sucked. That was so sad. All right, here we are back on Bulma. Looks like things are gonna go pretty well here again. As soon as we kind of meet every requirement, we will kind of just move on there. Yeah, definitely gonna have to keep this guy on this rotation 100%. For the additional supers later, we are gonna have to keep him on. Yeah, we get so many rainbow orbs. This is pretty crazy. All right, grab these. They need very little on the next one, but they also do have no rainbow orb changers on the next one. So, excuse me, could be pretty risky. See what happens here. It could be possible, just too many rainbow orb changers right away, especially if they don't do good rainbow orb changing, which is kind of what it looked like there. It looked like we got pretty unlucky with rainbow orb changing, so we'll see what happens. We only need like 3 more, but never know how they might decide to fall or be hard to get. Okay, no point in transforming Broly here. Yeah, see, it's already tough, so we'll get one here. Yikes. Okay, so I'll do this, and then this should open up more than one here. All right, hopefully all we need more was 2 more. All right, perfect. All right, let's meet you in the next phase that matters. All right, it's additional supering time. Now here is slightly, well, it shouldn't actually be a big deal, so we're gonna split them up. I don't necessarily have to, but it's in my best interest to, because we'll want him here again. So in this one, I believe he does still have guaranteed super. Yeah, so he has a great chance to launch a super, just general, like initial attack is a good chance, and then also a guaranteed one with rainbow. So just double checking here. So with this, we get a super. With him, we nearly get it all. Let's hope we get a super with the other one as well. Oh, so close. Yet again, this could be a loss, depending on pretty much, it depends on if either one of these Buuhans here gets an additional super, like if he gets an additional super through God, or if the back one gets an additional super through God, or Gogeta could finish it up himself with just 3, but there is technically a chance that could fail, so we'll see what happens here. All right, so we got 1 from him, so he get another one coming in, guaranteed. The thing is, if we'll get the 70% chance. If not, it's looking pretty over. Yikes. So that was a 70% chance. This is this one. We still have hidden potential system super. Additional super. Which we did not get. So this Buuhan needs to get a hidden potential additional super. Oh. The hidden potential system normal. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. Okay. Well, that's the end there. We do not get to go up against Gogeta. That was 2 losses to Bulma. I didn't think his team was super bad to fight Bulma, but really, it's kind of what I said, which was that he is really bad against Bulma. Like, he is really, really bad against Bulma. You have to, you know, the only way he's dealing additionals is if you get into his domain, but good luck doing that. Like, that is not easy to do, especially when you have, because you need to put rainbow orb changes on the team. Like, Mr. Boo, he ain't going to do it all for you. And then if he's slot 7, then you just lost. So that's tough. That's tough for sure. That's tough. A lot better this time around. He is just exceptionally bad for Bulma, so I can't really hate him on it too much. We go up against Gogeta. I feel like we honestly have a really good shot with some of the teams we had there. So I would say more likely than not, we got through Bulma. You know, we would be able to beat Gogeta. So Buuhan a lot better on this one. I like him a lot more, not focusing so much on him. Tunnel visioning on Buuhan definitely isn't good. He is not a tunnel vision unit. It makes him feel a lot less useful if you're not focusing on him too much, which is kind of my biggest problem. I would say he's most definitely not a must summon unit for sure. For sure not a must summon unit. He's pretty good though overall. I'm really excited to see. Next one we'll do one where he just has to be on the team, not necessarily the leader, but if I think he's got a good leader skill for the team, we will use him, for the fight. So that's probably the next one we'll do for him, but I'm not sure when I'll do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.